It's my firmly held opinion that the vast majority of small businesses undercharge for the fantastic service that they deliver, and in many cases they significantly undercharge. But it's also very easy to think that pricing is the number one issue when it comes to cash flow or income problems in your business. There are always millions of people online constantly talking about price increases, and to be fair, I'm one of them, prattle on about it all the time. But you can't blame all your cash flow or income issues just on pricing. Very often, a cash flow issue is highlighting other deeper issues within your business that are showing you there are deeper things that you really need to address if you're going to grow and if you're going to become properly profitable. So what are those things that income issues or cash flow challenges are hiding for you? Very often it's an over-servicing problem, and ironically this can be compounded if and when you do put your prices up, because so often when you put your prices up you then feel compelled to give the customer a 5-star service. But if you are constantly over-delivering, if you deliver more work, if you respond faster, if you're just doing too much at too high a quality compared to what the customer is paying for, then you're reducing your profitability, you're reducing your capacity, and you're reducing your opportunity for growth. So over-servicing is one of the key challenges in a business that can actually really cause issues to your cash flow. The second problem is a system issue. If you don't have great systems, or if your systems are clunky, broken, missing, if you've got lots of duplication going on, all of that just means it will take much longer to actually deliver the service. Now, that's not something that you can fix with your price. It's not the fact that because it takes you twice as long, you should be charging twice as much, because your fees should be based on the value the client receives. And that for them is nothing to do with how efficient or effective your systems are. That very much is a reflection for you to stop and look at your business and think about the nature of your delivery, the parts that customers don't see, and really think about efficiencies, about improvements, think about use of AI, but think about ways to streamline all of that so that you retain far more profit on every piece of work that you do. The third one is having the wrong people doing the work. What I see so often in a small business is that the most senior person is often doing some of the most junior work. And that's a classic case, particularly if you put your prices up because you think the customer's paying a great price, so they've got to get this amazing service. And now they only want to deal with me. I'm the most important, most highly qualified person, so they need to deal with me. They're a high-paying customer. They're really valuable. I need to be on top of this. But if you, the business owner, are hanging on to the easier, the lower skilled work, then actually, again, what you're doing is you're stifling your opportunities for growth. It essentially costs your business more for you to deliver that work than it costs for another member of your team or a VA or an outsourced specialist who might only charge £30 or £40 an hour, when actually you should be charging yourself out at £100 an hour or more. So having the wrong person doing the work is another way to really put that pressure on your cash flow, because you should be out billing much higher pieces of work and not stuck at your desk doing the low value stuff. And of course, the final thing that cash flow challenges might be highlighting for you is that you're simply selling the wrong thing, is that you might be focused on a product or a service where there's just never really going to be enough margin. It might be that it's something that you love to do. It might be something you find easy. It might be something that customers keep asking you for. But if it's just not something that's ever going to be particularly profitable, then sometimes you really need to stop and take a look at what it is you're offering and either remodel that product or that service, or look at shifting away from that into a product or service that allows you to generate a higher margin, because otherwise you're just continually limiting and restricting yourself. So here are some of the things that a cash flow problem or an income issue might be pointing to in your business. Have a think about which one of those rings the loudest bell for you. If you need my help with any of that, you know where I am, or let me know in the comments what it is that most resonates with you and what you can do to change this.